Hi everyone. So myself G. Vijay Kumar. I am the director of Synergem Consultancy Private Limited. So in this particular video, we are going to discuss. So generally, why these international and industry certifications are required to get placement in mechanical industries basically. So not only in India, even in abroad also. So what kind of certifications basically required? So why these certifications are required? So why these companies make it as a mandatory basically, even it's a government project or maybe abroad or maybe private projects, why these are mandatory. A lot of students, they don't know about this. Let us discuss about it, why these certifications are important. So let us start the video. So we'll be discussing one by one. So before going to the certification part, so first we should know, so why we are not getting placement in mechanical industries. So why companies, bigger companies like refinery projects or defense or maybe like heavy engineering or power plants, so these kind of companies, they don't come to engineering college and hire the people. So you should know the reason, because a lot of candidates, when they come to Synergem for career counseling, they ask me this basically, sir, I have 60% in my graduation, 70% in my graduation, 80% in my graduation. So I have the complete knowledge basically. So even though I am having all these things, why companies are not hiring me? So you should know what are the reasons behind it. So where the communication gap is happening. So whether it's a company problem, whether it's our problem, we need to know the reason, because until or unless if you doesn't know the reason, you can't change your resume basically. So because companies are not going to change as per your requirements, we need to change as per the company requirement. So let us see what are the major reasons, so why the companies are not hiring. The first thing is, we need to talk about the colleges, what kind of mistakes basically the engineering colleges are doing. The first thing, let us compare ourselves with software, because we want to compare ourselves with software in the salary and all this sort of thing. So even though when it comes to placement also, we need to compare with software basically. So now let us see, if you go to any engineering college, especially software branches like IT, CSC, so basically what they are doing, so they have upgraded their curriculum as per the industry needs. Like they have created separate branches itself, like artificial intelligence, so IoT, machine learning, data science. So why? Because the present software industry, they require this. So until or unless having these kind of skills as per the industry requirement, they don't come to engineering colleges, they don't hire. Similarly, let us see ourselves with, let us discuss about our mechanical curriculum. So what we are doing, so does we have any specialization branches basically? So we are following the same subject, we are following the same curriculum which was designed 25 years ago, even though industry requirement has completely changed. Now if you say, sir, I have 70% in mechanical engineering, let us say you have very good knowledge on thermodynamics basically, or maybe thermal engineering. Let us compare your theoretical education in college with a present industry happening. Let us say we have a 800 megawatt power plant. So where we completely change. We are not using the Rankine cycle. We are using the modified Rankine cycle. We are having a lot of sophisticated technology. That means the textbook knowledge or practical knowledge that you are having in the engineering college, the industry is completely changed now. So that doesn't mean like, you have those skills and you are eligible to work in the industry. No, you are having a fundamentals that is good. So in order to gain the knowledge, if you need the placement in thermal power plant, you should have a certification or knowledge related to the thermal power plant basically. That is the first thing. So let us say, okay, college has done the mistake. So what about us? So what mistakes that we are doing? So let us compare again with software candidate. You talk to any of your CSE guy, any of your IT friend basically, you ask him, do you know what kind of skills Amazon expects from you? What kind of certifications basically the TCS expects from you? What kind of skills and certification, so the like Google expects from you? So they will say, so they know what industry expects. They have that awareness. So that's the reason, even though if college is not developing those skills, of course, a lot of colleges in software, they develop these skills through campus recruitment training. Or a lot of students, they go to separate training institutions also, because they are aware about industry requirement. But what about mechanical? So do you know what Reliance Refinery expects from you? What defense industries and aerospace like Tata Advanced System expects from you? So shipping industry like Visakhapatnam SBC expects from you. Or heavy engineering industries like L&T expects from you. Or thermal power plant like Adani expects from you. How many of you know, sir, which departments are available? What skills and certifications these industries require? So 99% of the people, they don't know. That means the majority of the candidates, they don't even have the awareness. If you are not even having the awareness, then how you will develop the skills which industry is expecting? That is out of question basically. And one more mistake what a lot of students do is they target specific jobs. Like a lot of candidates when they come to Hyderabad, they will, to our center, they ask me, sir, I want design job. So when I ask why the design job, so very few people say it is passionate. Majority of the people say that it's a white collar job. So who said other departments when you are working in refinery is not a white collar job? You are not a technician, you are not a welder, you are not a CNC operator to work in the sites. Even though you work in the sites, you have a cabin, you have an office, you will be working. You will be monitoring the manpower basically. So the problem here is basically the awareness and at the same time the skills that you are not having. Because of this, so the industries are not going to hire. I am not talking about the industries like automobile where they will be hiring for production as a CNC operator. So CNC operator is not an engineering job. That is ITA diploma job. So colleges are giving manpower because they need to show it as a placement. But when I'm talking about refinery, defense, heavy engineering, these kind of industries, you should have certain skills and certification. So this is not what I am saying. Let us see small example as L&T Hydrocarbons basically for their MFF facility which is located in Katupalli, Tamil Nadu. They need all these category people. They need, project heads, they need like welding inspectors, quality inspectors, they should have the certain qualification like CSWIP and AWS. We are going to discuss about that. They need safety engineers, they need production engineers, they need commissioning engineers, they need plant and machinery engineers. So multiple requirements are there. I am not explaining each and everything. You can pause the video and go through each designation. So the requirements are there. But what happens? Candidates target only design. So there are a lot of opportunities. Similarly, so if you see this we call it as a skid packages. What is this skid package? We are going to discuss in the coming slide. These kind of products L&T manufactures and they dispatch to either India and abroad. So we call it as a skid package. So overall package is manufactured in their facility and that will be transported through the ship basically. So similarly, if you see the industry like Tata Advanced System, where they manufacture aircraft like Boeing's, Airbus, Rafale, these kind of thing. Even they need some engineers like NED inspectors or supervisor. So where they are expecting either they should have NED level 2 certification or NAS 410 standards. What is NAS 410? National Aerospace Standards. 99% of the people, they don't know about the certification. So similarly, they need quality inspector people, quality engineer people, but they are expecting knowledge on assembly, quality control, so quality awareness. They are expecting knowledge on inspection methods like in-process inspection, receiving inspection, that is raw material inspection. The in-process means during the manufacturing process, final inspection once the product is manufactured. They are expecting knowledge on engineering drawing. So drawing is not design. So product drawing and all this sort of thing, various stages of manufacturing drawing. So companies require these people. But the problem is we target only design or some specific industry and they need certification. You should have it mandatory. So without having that, the first thing is your resume is disqualified. A lot of candidates, they ask me, sir, we are submitting the resumes, but no one is responding. Why companies will waste the time? If you are having those certification, they will consider you to at least invite you for the interview. If you are not having that, the question is, you are out of the interview race basically. So this is what. Now let us see what these industries basically expect from you. The first thing is strong technical knowledge. Most of the candidates will be having this during our engineering, like strength of materials, material science engineering, manufacturing technology, so thermodynamics, fluid mechanics. You have some fundamental knowledge basically. Second thing, they expect hands-on practical knowledge, that is on equipments, basically like metallurgical equipments, isometric and industrial drawing. Should know how to study that. Inspection techniques like NDT, measuring instruments, and at the same time destructive testing. So QA/QC, what is quality assurance and quality control? So what kind of weldings basically done? So you should have practical on like TIG, MIG and arc kind of welding. So measuring instruments. So other modules, you should have some practical knowledge, because once you join in an industry, so we manufacture by using any of these processes. You should have that practical knowledge. So third thing is practical exposure. 99% of our clients today, they are facing. So Vijay, we are hiring the people, but the problem is they are not having industrial exposure. Let us say if I hire them for Reliance Refinery, the question is they don't know what happens inside refinery industry. So they are having different expectation. When they come and report in the Reliance Refinery side or working inside the industry, so they are having complete numb. So they don't know anything basically. So the major thing is we are not asking about the knowledge. At least you should have exposure. What kind of HR roles will be there? What is the HR policy? So what is the work profile? So how much hours you should follow? What is the HR norms and all this sort of thing? So what is the reporting authority? So you should have some basic knowledge. And fourth thing that the industries expect is industry and international certifications. So these certifications are mandatory. Why it is mandatory? We are going to discuss. And you should have a knowledge, industrial experience. Lot of companies, they prefer experienced people because it is easy to give them the work, and it is easy to handle the projects basically. And final thing is basically communication skills. Actually, communication skills you should be having it basically. So because in communication skills you will be having the team knowledge, client interaction, and all this sort of thing. So these are the basic skills that industries basically expect from you. But here, majority of the candidates, the practical exposure, or industry certifications or experience, these kind of things candidates will be not having. So what kind of skills and these things is required? You can visit our previous video. So you will be understanding the concept basically. So now why these international certifications are required? So what kind of certifications are required? So let us discuss about this basically. So now let us see, before going to the actual this thing. So let us see, so what are the certifications that we are offering in entry level, especially through PG Diploma basically. You can see these are the certifications that we are offering. As a entry level, these certifications are mandatory to get the placements 20 sectors, which we have explained in the previous video. So all these certifications are required. So apart from it, once you gain the experience, the starting step is this only. But once you have experience, you will develop these certifications basically. These are all various certifications. So we have like American Society of Non-Destructive Testing, PCN, American Welding Society, TW, the Welding Institute, American Petroleum Institute, BRC, that is which comes under AERB, like Atomic Energy Regulation Board basically. All these international certifications are mandatory to work inside a industry, either in a fresher level or maybe in a experience level also. But you need to enter as a fresher, then you will develop these skills. So why these certifications are required? Let us see. So let us say this is one of the application called tanks, which you can see it in the refinery industries, power plants, all this sort of thing. If you see a tank, so this is the overall, tank basically. If you see, it is manufactured with one metal. It is already manufactured and it is already having some petrol or diesel basically. Now we need to do the continuous inspection to maintain the quality of this tank. During the manufacture stage also we need to do it. Once the manufacturing is done, during the in-service also we should do it. So now we are doing the in-service operation. Let us say since it comes under tank, we need a specialized API inspector, that is American Petroleum Institute certified inspector, and we should also have the NACE inspector, which comes under coating basically. That means since a tank is there, any metal we will be doing the coating, that is painting. Why? Because in order to increase the lifetime of the that particular equipment, any equipment, cars and everything, we use the painting. Similarly, there are multiple drone inspection. We should have the eddy current testing inspection, ultrasonic testing, 3D laser inspection, magnetic flux leakage. Lot of testings need to be done in order to maintain the quality. If it fails, it may blast also. So for one tank we have this. So who will give the guidelines? So let us say if this guy is there, what is the guidelines that he is following? What kind of steps that he will follow to ensure the quality of the tank? So who is going to give these guidelines? Who is going to give these standards, specifications? So that basically ensures the certification. The candidates who are having this NACE certification or who are having these certification, they know how to operate and how to do the operation of that particular tank. Similarly for pressure vessels, generally in refineries you can see these pressure vessels. In pharma also we have reactors and all this sort of thing, and in power plants we will be having boiler drums. Anything which is closed and above atmospheric pressure, it comes under pressure vessels only. Even this also we need to have the complete standards. We should know about drawing. So a lot of weldings are there. Everything basically we should have a knowledge how to monitor it during the manufacturing stage and during the in-service stage also. Similarly, pipelines. So we have a lot of pipelines, cross-country pipelines are there. So we use a lot of pipelines from Russia to various this thing. So from India also, from one, let us say Reliance refinery to particular state, we will be transporting it to pipelines, cross-country pipelines. In thermal power plant, we have superheaters, reheaters, all these pipes and tubes basically. So you should have how to do the inspection of the pipes and tubes during the manufacturing process. So quality and everything. I'm not just talking about inspection. Complete manufacturing and in-service stage basically. Similarly, heat exchangers like condensers. So we have like superheaters again basically, and we have multiple heat exchangers which we'll be using in the industry. And you should know what standards that we need to follow in order to manufacture and in order to follow during the in-service stage. In-service in the sense, once the product is sold to the company, we should maintain the quality of the particular product basically. Just like if you say automobile, the car that we are using, every 1000 kilometers or 5000 kilometers, we will take it to the service. So in order to make the, so increase the, efficiency and all these sort of things. Similarly for products also, it is utmost important. Similarly reactors. So similarly skid packages. I have shown one of the image called L&T in the starting basically. This is the complete package which is manufactured in their unit. So by using screws and nuts. So everything you can dismantle, again you can, assemble it also. So complete package they are going to manufacture, complete package they are going to dispatch. So in this package we will be having pumps, we will be having pressure vessels, you can see lot of applications will be there. So how we will ensure the quality and maintenance of it basically. So at the same time turbines, so wind turbines especially. During the manufacturing stage that is okay. Once it is assembled, so we should do the inspection frequently. We generally use drone. So in order to do the drone inspection, you should have drone license also basically. So like this, lot of applications are there. Now why these certifications are required? So obviously the first thing, as I said, certification is mandatory to get the placement. Now if you have a certification, what it is showing? So what the indication that we are getting? The first thing is, if you are having certification means that you are technically knowledgeable candidate. That means, let us say we want to manufacture a pressure vessel. We will purchase the plate basically, we will bend it, we will do the multiple weldings as per the APA standards. They will give us the drawing. So once we manufacture that, we will do the pressure and hydraulic test. But during the manufacturing, we do a lot of welding basically. So what kind of welding need to be done? Let us say if you are doing welding, let us say we got a crack, how to do the inspection? What kind of testing need to be done? Let us say if you are doing welding, what kind of welding need to be done? Whether TIG, MIG, arc, everything specifies the knowledge. So if you are having certification, let us say NDT, you are having a knowledge on inspection basically. Let us say you are having QA/QC or welding certification. That means you are knowledgeable candidate on welding because that is showing your credential basically. Second thing, practical knowledge. So let us talk about inspection. Let us say if you are doing inspection of welding. So that means, you know how to calibrate the equipment, how to do the inspection, how to do the evaluation. So everything, that means let us say you got crack. So whether it's a relevant or non-relevant indication, whether we can accept it, whether we can reject it, how the test report is done, how the codes and clients requirements are specified in the test report. So everything you are having a knowledge because you are certified candidate basically. And the major thing that you need to know is codes, standards, specifications and procedures. In mechanical industry, we follow only this. We don't say stainless steel, mild steel. So even material also, we have certain specification and code. So candidates should have knowledge on this. So what is code? What is standard? So what is specification? What is procedure? You should know it basically. That means we are going to follow certain rules and regulations. Let us small example. What is code? There will be a set of rules which we need to follow. That rules are given by international bodies like ASME, American Society of Mechanical Engineers. For pipeline manufacturing, for tank manufacturing, for turbine manufacturing, every manufacturing they will give us the code. We should follow that code. So then what happens? We have certain standards which we need to follow. So these standards under ASME is manufactured by international bodies again, like American Society of Testing Materials, American Society of Non-Destructive Testing, American Petroleum Institute. These kind of organizations will give the standards. Standards means the technical guidelines which we need to follow to basically to perform a specific task. Similarly, we have some specification, the detailed requirement. That means whether it's a stainless steel, mild steel, carbon steel, what is it, what is the parameter, so what is the detailed requirements, what kind of procedure that we need to follow. So everything is given. So here that particular procedure is given by the client. Let us say HPCL is there. So L&T is manufacturing. So that particular part of HPCL. HPCL will give the guidelines. HPCL will give the specification. Similarly, procedure. So let us say HPCL case. So the specification will be given HPCL. The major, the procedure will be given by L&T. L&T has the authorized people who will follow the procedure. All these things are required. In order to manufacture rockets, missiles, everything we should follow this. In mechanical, this is the thumb. So who will have this knowledge? Engineering guy with BTech will not have the knowledge. The candidates who is having the professional certification on specific. Again, in inspection there will be separate certification, welding there will be separate, pressure vessel there will be separate, tank there will be separate. So risk-based inspection there will be separate. Lot of certifications will be there. Those certifications are mandatory. But as a fresher, whatever certification that I have showed, that is more than enough to enter into the entry level. Once you entered, so then you can do the professional certification. Suppose if you have the certification, what is the one more? So, advantage that you are having basically, you know about safety practices. Let us say you are doing welding. So, your welder will be doing welding. You know how to give the safety practice to your welder, like helmet should be wear. So, we should have the googles and all this sort of thing, blouses and all this sort of thing. We should know how to use the PPE kits. So, how to use the chemicals, electrodes and all this sort of thing. Every safety practices you will be having, because in mechanical, safety plays a utmost important role. So, fifth thing is ethics and professional conduct. You are a responsible person as an engineer. That means you should know what is your responsibility. You are the person who ensures public safety and product reliability. You should have that ethical and professional. All these things will be taught in the international certification, because as a norms, as a standards, so they will be giving us all these sort of specification. That means if you are having certification, means you are having all these kind of conduct. Now, even though I have explained all this sort of thing, lot of candidates, they will be asking me, sir, I have studied in engineering college, I have done in production technology, I have done so and so labs, I have knowledge, sir, I have done so and so thing. Now let us see. So again, I am saying the certifications are mandatory. Let us discuss what is college education and industry education. Let us say in college, so in your graduation, basically what we'll be doing. Let us say if I ask you how the thickness measurement need to be done. So in college, you will be using either you will be using ruler or maybe measuring tape. But here in industry, we use UTG, that is ultrasonic thickness gauging. Similarly, in order to monitor the external conditions, you will be visually seeing it. But here we have some technique like LPT, MPT. So let us say pressure gauging that you need to be done. You will be using pressure gauges, but we have strain gauges, acoustic emissions, infrared scanning, lot of things are there. So let us say if you want to do the pipeline condition, you can't do it in the college. No one will teach you. So we have certain techniques which we will follow to understand the pipeline condition. Similarly, you can take the pause. You can just pause it and you can go through the complete detail. Similarly, let us say heat exchangers, boilers. You may not even thought about this in the engineering, but here we have certain standard specifications which we do. So that means industry certification, that depends on the what industry required. It changes every 5 years. It will changes. Every certification will have a expiry. So we need to follow that standards. Similarly, let us say some incident. Let us say in engineering college. Let us say if I say some kind of mechanical damage happened. Let us take example as a dent. So how you will use it in the engineering? So how we studied in our engineering? Either we will use again ruler or measuring tape. But here again we will use one more technique. So let us say if you are having a stress corrosion cracks. So in engineering college, no one will teach you how to find out or how to rectify it. But here we have a lot of techniques basically which will be following in the industry standard. So similarly for everything, every damage, let us say if you are manufacturing product, some kind of defects will come. Welder will do the defect, or maybe metallurgical damage will be there, material damage will be there. So a lot of things will be there. Everything need to be having certain standards. That means here basically what happens, the certifications, the industry certifications will make sure you are having all these sort of things. So you can pause and you can go through all the details basically. So this is what the certifications basically, the industry operations or industry certification make sure. That means you are qualified and you are authorized basically. Now let us see what are the key reasons basically. If you are having certification, that means that is the proof that you are skilled and competent basically. That means you are trained, tested and qualified, because the certification is ensured by international standards, not by Indian standards basically. And that means if you are having certification, that means you are a trusted certified professional. You have a knowledge on codes, standards, specifications and procedures. Again, we need not to teach. If you use the procedure, upgraded procedure, you can read it and you can apply in the industry. If you are having certification, you are skilled and competent. So if you are having certification, you are globally recognized. So let us say you got a job in Tata Advanced System. So there they manufacture Boeing and Airbus equipments also for aircrafts. So Boeing is basically a US company. So Airbus is basically a European Union company. We need to follow different standards basically. So if you are having this certification, you are authorized to do the both standards actually. Similarly, these certifications are mandatory. There is no other option. You should do the certification either from Synergem or any other this thing, because this certified personnel is, you are having the complete industrial regulation knowledge basically. And this is a regulation. If any company is hiring, so they hire the people who are having certification apart from BTech basically. Similarly, lot of companies will highly prefer the candidate with the certification itself, because they need less training. So they understand all these process like codes and standard specifications. And major thing is your industry standards. So recently I got call from one of the company in Hyderabad. So they said, Vijay, we need so and so candidate with so and so certification. I said, why sir? They said, Vijay, the client which are purchasing equipment, who gave the order to manufacture the product. So they need people when manufacturing, they should have these certified people. So that means you should have that certification. That means like we have ASME codes, D1.1 standards, APS standards. Different companies will have different standards. So these certifications will prioritize like you have that industry standard norms authority. And one more thing is career growth. You will have very high salary, which I'm going to explain in the next slide basically. And one more thing is safety and quality. So while manufacturing, if the certified candidate is there, that means you are safe and qualified people. If you do the signature means the product will be accepted. Because of these reasons, certifications are mandatory. A lot of candidates, they ask me, sir, why these certifications are important? I have BTech now. So these are mandatory to get these certifications. Let us see career growth of one of my friend basically. His name is Santosh Kumar. You can see it. So let us say in 2017, he has completed his graduation basically. So he is a fresher. He doesn't have any certification. He is having only his own certification. That is BTech in mechanical engineering. With that, so basically he didn't got any jobs. He got some jobs in automobile spare part manufacturing industry or even die casting industry, this kind of industry. But then in 2018, so he has done basic certification like let us say NDT basically. So now he got a placement where he is getting a salary of around 17k. So roughly, plus he will be getting allowances like food, accommodation and this thing. So once he got a placement, so then he upgraded his certification. He has done one more certification like American Welding Society, Certified Welding Inspector. His salary within 1 year, it is increased to 25k basically. So then he worked there. So then he done some certification with the experience. Let us say he completed NDT level 3 now. With level 3, his salary immediately jumped from 25,000 to 75,000 within the span of 1 year. Because that certification has that importance, industries will ask, my quality manager, my level 3 should be, he is having a NDT level 3. Similarly, you can see he developed Six Sigma certification. Again, his salary has grown to 1,25,000. Like that, right now he is working in Apple's Veloci, which is located in Saudi Arabia. It's an MNC company. Now he is getting a salary of approximately 5 lakh per month salary. So why he is getting 5 lakh per month? Now he is a technical manager come NDT level 3. This is the guy who prepares the procedures, standards and all this sort of thing, especially the specifications as per the requirement, because he is an authorized NDT level 3 inspector. Now he is getting 5 lakh. That means you can see within the span of 8 years, his salary has rose to years. Why? Because he is having those certifications. That is mandatory. Let us say if you are manufacturing a product by using welding, you should have welding inspector. If you are doing inspection, let us say NDT, you should have NDT level 3. So let us say if you are doing a corrosion, painting, so you should have a painting inspector. If you are manufacturing pressure vessel, you should have pressure vessel inspector who is authorized with API. That is standard. So we should have that certification. Only these people are authorized. And one more advantage for the people who is having this certification, one of my friend who is having the same certifications and this thing, right now he got a direct job in DRDO. I am saying again, direct job. I am not talking about third party. He is now direct employee of DRDO basically. Why? Because nowadays even government projects also they are hiring the people who are having certifications at the same time experience. So earlier how it used to be happen, they used to hire the fresher people, they used to train, let us say after 10 years or 15 years by the experience they will get the promotions. Now industries have changed. Even DRDO, these kind of industries, they are hiring the people who are having the certification, and if they are having the relevant experience, they are directly hiring. So they are directly hiring under their payroll itself, not even third party. So in future, you can work in projects like HPCL, ISRO, DRDO, you can become a government employee also. But for that, you should have the experience in bigger projects and you should have the technical knowledge and certification. These are mandatory. So in order to do this, so Synergem is having that facility. So we have that center of excellence in MLRIT. So basically you can see our, this thing, it is inaugurated by DRDO Director Srinivas Murthy sir. You can see the newspaper clippings. You can pause it and you can see it. It is inaugurated by DRDO heads and officials. This is our welding laboratory. So we have the complete infrastructure and we have an inspection laboratory, complete infrastructure. So this is how we are going to train you. So practically, we are going to train you at our center of excellence as per the requirement of the industry. You can see we have all equipments, tools, everything. So where we are located? So we have our office in MLRAT basically. So it is located in Hyderabad. So if you have any doubts, obviously you can contact our program manager, or if you want to directly get in touch with me, you can text me in WhatsApp through this number. or you can visit this website also. You can get the complete details regarding our program. So as I said before concluding, so see, these certifications are mandatory. So 3 PG Diploma. So what we are doing, we are following a WISE model. So where you are going to do the training while working in the industry. Because take example as welding and all this sort of thing. Advanced welding we can't teach it in our laboratory. If I place you in direct companies who are doing the fabrication, during on-the-job training, you will learn all these sort of techniques which industry is having. So that is the benefit out of it. And again, you are going to pay the fees by pay after placement plan. And even you will be working in the industry. Parallelly, you will be completing training and experience also. All these sort of things we will be doing through our PG Diploma program. If you haven't watched PG Diploma video, you can watch video. So we will be giving it in the description. So if you are interested, yes, the Google form link will be provided in the below. You can apply for it. Basically, if you have any doubts, you can contact our team, or you can take an appointment and you can visit our center also. Thank you.